Hey everyone, this is Jairo Morales from The Grind Fitness and welcome to my channel. On this channel, you're going to learn how to take care of your body while we do this wonderful sport called Jiu-Jitsu. Everything from joint strength training classes to mobility classes, as well as yoga and many other professionals to teach you what is the best path for you and your Jiu-Jitsu journey. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. You know what to do. Share this with somebody if you think this might help the community to be able to take care of their body for their journey on Jiu-Jitsu. Oos, guys. Hope to see you on the mat.
Beautiful. Hi everyone. Welcome to another Recovery Sunday with Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu. I'm Submission Yogi, and this is our weekly recovery yoga class that we do here on Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu's channels at 6 p.m. Eastern every week. It's free yoga, donation-based yoga, and we survive by your click support and your donations. So that said, this week we are doing my personal favorite kind of yoga. Recovery yoga is my favorite because recovery is what we need for Jiu-Jitsu lifestyle. We got to be able to recover after hard training and let our bodies heal. So the best yoga that I've found for this is Yin Yoga. It's Yin as opposed to Yang, so it's Yang practices are typically more energetic, heat building, whereas Yin practices are cooling and relaxing. And we hold poses for a long time and really let the fascia and connective tissues stretch. And that's a great way to calm the nervous system and heal our bodies. So we're starting on our knees in this hero's pose. Get comfortable here for a little bit. If you need to use props, Yin Yoga is very supportive of props. Use blankets, bolsters, pillows, anything you need to get to a place where you are comfortable and yet you have an edge of sensation, depending on what position we're doing. Maybe here you feel it in the knees or in the tops of the feet. Make some adjustments, put a pillow under your blanket underneath your butt if your knees are feeling too much stress, because we will spend time here. But if you're comfortable here, make sure your spine is nice and straight, your shoulders aren't hunching or dropping forward. Let them rest naturally down and away from your ears. Check your chin position. You're not dropping it or looking up too much. It's really in a neutral position. Maybe even draw the head straight backwards a little bit, almost drawing the chin towards your spine so that your vertebrae have a nice alignment and your hands can rest on your thighs. And we're going to do 10 breaths here. So this is a counting exercise just to bring your awareness into your body, into your breathing, and onto the mat in this beginning stage of our Yin practice. So close your eyes and take 10 deep breaths, counting on the exhale deeply in and out. Slow the breath down. Make it deep and full breaths. That's 7 for me if you lost count. Very nice. Finding a little bit of movement, especially if you're feeling really stiff right away. Maybe that was a lot of stillness for you. Maybe it was really hard for you to sit still for that. That's fine. We look for stillness in Yin Yoga, but I also love to do Yin Yoga with small joint movement, moving my neck, moving my wrists, fingers, toes, ankles. So that's perfectly okay. I also love to put on some music It's a really nice way to get into your zone, maybe take a little puff of some cannabis, and that's a great way to enjoy this time in these positions. The next one we're going to do is an important one, child's pose. We have the traditional child's pose where our knees are together, big toes are touching, arms are back by the feet, and we lean forward over the hips. That's a great one. I much prefer doing a little bit of a hip opener with the child's pose. Knees go out to the side of the mat and hands walk forward and they're out in front of you. So maybe you're familiar with the child's pose. It's kind of our turtle pose in jiu-jitsu. Find something where you feel a little bit of sensation in the legs, maybe in the hips, upper back, and just let gravity work its job in this position, finding an edge of sensation, focusing on that, or focusing on your breath, just spending time here. I'm starting the timer for 3 minutes. Oh, we'll do 2 minutes instead. So 2 minutes in child's pose. Enjoy it. As we pay attention to that edge of sensation, it can guide us either deeper into the pose, or it can guide us to come out of the pose a little bit if that sensation becomes too intense. I'm talking sharp type sensation. Tingling is fine, numbness is fine, that's perfectly normal, no worries there. But if it gets sharp, maybe we back out of the pose and use props again to support your body and give itself the ability to really relax fully. The muscles need to be relaxed in order for the fascia, the connective tissues, to stretch and let go. The muscles need to be relaxed, and also the nervous system needs to be relaxed. So we need to find that support and let our bodies do the healing in these positions. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe intensify the sensation. Child's pose, extended child's pose, walking your fingers an inch forward, shoulders open up, hips sink heavy. We're almost to the end of 2 minutes. Come back to your body and your breath. And moving in and out of these poses nice and slow, coming out of child's pose, walking your hands back and up, coming back to your knees. And then we're going to work our way onto our bellies. So maybe coming to a tabletop and walking your knees back, coming down onto your elbows, laying nice and flat for a second, and then coming back up to your elbows and placing your elbows straight underneath shoulders so that your bones are stacked perpendicular to the mat, vertical, allowing the shoulders and back to relax as much as possible. Adjust your toes and your hips so that your feet are about hip width apart, and you feel a little bit of a sensation in the low back. Your chest can feel a little sensation of drawing forward in this Sphinx pose. A nice easy back bend. Finding a position with your neck that's comfortable. Maybe looking a little bit up or dropping the head. Maybe resting it on a block or a couple pillows. Nothing complicated. Get comfortable as you can. And then explore the subtle sensations, this position in your shoulders and spine. See if you can change those sensations with maybe subtle movements, maybe little neck rolls, maybe bending and flexing wrists, fingers, maybe just finding stillness. We're going 1 more minute here. One more big deep breath. And lowering back to your stomach, nice and easy. We're just spending 2 minutes. That's pretty small for a yin practice. You're welcome to spend a lot longer in these positions if you have more time. Bending your knees, feet towards your butt, and let them rock side to side. Just bringing a little movement into your lower back. And then pressing yourself back up to a tabletop. Crossing ankles, sitting down. Let's do a couple rock and rolls if it's comfortable for you, if you just want to keep the chill vibe and rock and rolls are too much for you. Just slowly sit back if you want to roll out your spine a couple times. If it feels good. Holding the back of your thighs. Slow as you can. And stopping on your back. Kicking the left leg straight and hugging the right knee in towards your chest. Call this wind removing pose. Play around with the position of your left foot, ankle, right foot, ankle. I kind of like to just let them be relaxed, but if the left leg flexes, it creates different sensations in the pelvis, and maybe it can help your hip to relax a little bit, grounding that left leg. You can pull the right knee towards your shoulder, armpit. You can also make a deeper, tighter grip over that knee. Just finding something that brings you some nice sensation. Get comfortable. Take some breaths. Another thing to do in yin yoga is breath work. I love to do deep breathing exercises in these positions. Feel free to explore your breath. Breath of fire. Box breathing. Or just slowing your breath down as much as you possibly can. In and out through your nose. Check in with your face and shoulders, hands, feet, any muscles that are being used that maybe don't need to be used. Relaxing those can bring relaxation into the more tight, tense areas. Bring your awareness to the sensations in those areas. See if you can make them melt away. Think of the feeling of making a fist and then letting it go. That letting go muscle relaxation technique. That's what you try to do in these positions so your body becomes comfortable. Develop flexibility, blood flow. If you get really bored but you still understand the benefits of this stuff, again, you can distract yourself, rolling out your ankles, watching TV, listening to a podcast. It's all good yin yoga stuff. Nice and easy, let that go. Straighten your legs, maybe shake them out a little bit. See if you feel a difference between the two of them. It's kind of nice. And then bend your left leg. Knee to chest, knee to armpit, either interlaced fingers over shin or maybe a tighter grip coming all the way to your left elbow. Not trying to push it too hard in yin yoga, really just finding that edge and letting our bodies relax. If you've ever tried meditation, real still silent meditation, yin yoga is kind of a form of that, but you get to improve your joints and your muscles in your body at the same time as you find stillness and silence. Last couple breaths. Letting go of your left leg, nice and slow. Hugging both knees into your chest. Finding a similar sensation, but in both legs. Maybe connecting your hands. Feel the position of your tailbone. Feel what it feels like to press your tailbone all the way down. And then hug your knees. Find something in between those where your back can relax. If you want to take it another level up, happy babies, reaching in between your legs, feet like they're standing on the ceiling, pulling your knees down towards the earth. Try not to push yourself into too much sensation in your tailbone in this pose. If you want to grab your shins, that's a nice adjustment where your tailbone can relax. We're really looking for gravity and the weight of our arms to stretch our hips. Yin Yoga, we almost always focus on the bigger muscle groups, hips especially. Do a lot of forward folds, hip openers, the feel-good poses. How's your breathing? Focus on your third eye. Thirty more seconds. Coming out of this one, bringing your heels towards your butt, feet to the mat, hands to your belly and chest. One hand belly, one hand chest. Let your knees drop together. Your feet can walk to the edge of your mat. Recovery pose here. Take a few nice big deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Moving into some spinal twists. Press your feet into your mat and move your hips over to the right side just a couple inches, and then let your knees fall to the left side, playing around with the bend in your knees. Maybe a 90-degree bend, maybe straightening the bottom leg and just having the top leg bent. Hands can be out to a T, or left hand can come onto the right knee to make a connection. Play around for the first 30 seconds here. Take a couple breaths if you think you're comfortable. Make adjustments. Use props underneath your knees. Some key points are really keeping your shoulders relaxed, connected to the mat so that the twist doesn't stay too strong into your lower back. It moves all the way up to your shoulders. Look over to your right hand if you want to bring the twist all the way through your neck. Feel how each breath changes the position of the twist. Maybe get the exhale to let your body relax into the twist a little deeper. Starting 2 minutes right now. Important to breathe into your belly here. Anytime you want more sensation, find a way deeper into the pose, or if it's too intense, back out a little bit. And then also let the sensation change with time. It's very normal to spend 5 or 10 minutes in a yin pose. This is just a taste. Last couple breaths. Coming out nice and slow. Feet back to the mat. Maybe bridging hips up off the mat just to engage some of those muscles. Kind of resetting the spine back into position before we twist over to the other side. This time bumping hips to the left just a little bit and knees falling over to the right side. Shoulders staying flat on the mat. Left arm out to a T. Maybe right arm out to a T or on to the legs. Feel free to explore. Looking for a twisting sensation all the way lower back, up into the shoulders, middle, upper back, rib cage. Feel sensation here. And relax and breathe. Big belly breaths. One minute in, one to go. Surfing the edge of sensation in your mind. Feel your fascia release. Working your way out, nice and slow. Feet to the mat. Recenter your hips. Do a little bridge, lifting your hips up. And then drop your arms out to the side. Straighten both your legs. Let your feet drop open to the sides. That's it for our Yin Yoga class today. A little 2 to 3 minute session and a bunch of really nice poses
bringing flexibility and openness in our hips, lower back.
It should feel good. Your body should feel good. This corpse pose with palms up, arms out to the side, feet dropping open, maybe tuck shoulders underneath. Maximum comfort, lying on the floor, on your mat. Closing your eyes and resting here, scanning your body for as long as you possibly can until life demands other things from you. It's been 30 minutes, so that's it for me. I gotta go. Love you all. See you next week. Oos. Peace.